You're watching 2Wheels. Now, what would you do if you're an expat worker, British or American, living in a place like Singapore, and you're a bike nut, and it's time for holidays? I'll tell you what you do. You come to South Africa and you ride motorbikes. Red Cherry with Daryl Curtis have got some overseas visitors to ride KTM 450s through the outback. Let's hear from some of our visitors.
Dom, official team captain of this tour to Africa. What am I expecting? I'm expecting to fall over a lot, I think, judging by the quality of the guides we've seen so far and the big tales they've been telling.
Yeah, I'm Nick, and I expect to get very muddy. My name's Budgie. This is the third or fourth one of these kind of things I've done away. This is the first one in Africa, or at least in the southern part. I'm expecting some fairly hairy riding. I'm expecting these guys to show us what it's all about. Imagine that the quality of these guys is way above us, so we're gonna struggle along to see how best we do.
I've got a whole bunch of guys here, come all the way from the east, from Singapore and Hong Kong and all over the place, and they seem pretty confident. And yeah, I don't think they're quite good to know what they got in store with them with Mike. I think it's going to get interesting, and yeah, I think they're going to sweat a little bit today.
Ominous words indeed from Daryl Curtis, South African off-road legend and champion. As we leave Morgan's Bay Hotel, a great place to visit of course, and then on the pond across the river. And by the way, there are great big huge cob in that river. If you want to catch your supper, this is the place to do it. 5 days of adventure riding for these participants who've paid money to come to Africa and enjoy the African bush, with Mike Glover, who's actively involved now in touring around this part of the world. It's all down to skill levels and coaching from Daryl Curtis.
It's always good. It's a simple $5 we pay to the local community, which goes to the villages and to the schools in this area. Okay, guys, so please, when you're coming through the Wild Coast in future, just put £5 out of your pocket and support this thing.
Mike Glover explaining about the road toll as you go through the villages. They've set up an official toll nowadays so that you pay money to the locals. How are the views? No beach riding, of course, the beach bang being well observed by these riders, but you've got to go down and have a look at the wreck as you head towards the Cobb Inn. The biggest problem with this area, for motorbike riders that is, and if you call it a problem, is going through the rivers. Now if you happen to ride a horse, well, it's not so much of a problem. Funny how 1 horsepower can often beat 50 horsepower.
Well, between all the views and the sand and the rocks and the river crossings, I think we had it all. It's beautiful. Never ridden anything like this, and so far only came off once.
Right, well, let's started off on some serious rocks going uphill, fell off twice. Then we went onto some sand and I only fell off twice. Then we went through some really deep water and I fell off once. And then I didn't fall off again, and it's been pretty good, and I'm absolutely loving it. This is quality. Just look around. This is the most amazing scenery I've ever seen. It's quality.
Certainly enjoying themselves, and we are going to be getting some of the diary cam stuff from these riders. They've decided to do exactly what Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman did with the long way around, and each night they're going to point the camera at their faces. That is before they put water all over Mike Glover and let us know what's happening each and every day. Mike not loving life at the moment though. Do that one more time and I'll flatten you. That's what he's saying. The KTM 450 Enduro bikes, absolutely ideal for this. Daryl Curtis always showing the riders how to do it the easy way and the best way. And Red Cherry themselves are doing so much charity work in this area, supporting local schools and stores and the local economy. It's all about upliftment and lifting up the front wheel.
Of course, you can do it like that if you want to.
I wonder why they call him Budgie. Then he tweets like a bird, or does he just look like a budgie? Into the Cobb Inn, favourite resting place for motorbike riders and kit.